Alright, hello. So, I wanted to talk about knives here, and I wanted to talk about good quality knives. Knives that were under $100. So, my sister came to me, and she needed to, or wants to, buy a knife for her boyfriend who's in the military. So, she came to me, and she's like, we need to get him a knife. I'm like, okay. Like, the limit is $100. I'm like, awesome, that's a good limit. So, I found a bunch of knives. There's plenty more, but I found a bunch of knives that I think are good and that could serve him well. And there's not a lot of knives. There's a lot of knives on Amazon, but not all. And there's some more on Blade HQ. So that's why we're at Blade HQ right now, because there's some knives that I couldn't find on Amazon that I did find on Blade HQ. I looked at both places to find knives under $100. So we can go ahead and begin our search here. First knife that I picked out, this isn't in any particular order, but it's, the Spyderco branded knife here. For it being, under $100, I think this is a very good option. The price point is good. And I mean, like, the G10 scales and has the metal liners there, and that's all good and structural to make a good sturdy knife. I mean, yes, the blade tip isn't that strong, maybe a little delicate because it's a full flat ground. But like this next knife I found, I thought it looked awesome, and I would love to have that knife, and it's under a good price point, and good finger choils there. I think it looks cool, and I think it looks great, and I love that bolt there that kind of holds it all together. It's huge. It's a giant flat drive. Alright, so that's, a brand that not many people know about. I didn't know about it, but, it'd be cool to, get them that, because it's a good quality knife, and people would be like, what knife is that? And they'd never hear it before. Kind of same with Kaiser. I think Nutton reviewed this one before, but, it's a great looking knife for that price point. Again, it's a flipper design, no thumb stud. I mean, I don't know his preferences. I don't know if he likes the flipper as opposed to thumb stud, but that's another good option. That's a knife that isn't well known, but it has a good quality to it. Alright, so now if we go to the knives I found, forget all the ones you just saw. First one here is SOG. We all know SOG. SOG makes great knives, and they have a good partnership with the military since they they give them the multi-tools and everything. So this is just a great knife. Pretty basic, right? Simple. Everyone's gotta like it, pretty much. It's big. I don't know if he likes big knives, but at that price point, it's a pretty feasible option. This one is the only knife I have. Well, I actually have two knives on this list, but this is one of the more expensive ones. Benchmade is a great company. This, it's going to be a medium knife, I'd say. So it's not going to be a big knife. Maybe better for him that he may like it. This is another one. Looks more like on the larger to medium size. Full flat ground drop point blade. What's not to not like, right? I mean, for that price, it's pretty good too. Handle isn't anything spectacular, but moving on. These three knives here, I just wanted to show my sister that like these knives are good knives too. I mean, I don't own the CRKT up there, but I do own the Rat and the CQC 6K, and they're great knives. They'd serve them well. They're durable. They're thick and sturdy and heavy, but would you want to put a heavy knife in with a bunch of heavy other gear that you're standing around all day in? Maybe not. So this one here is buck. Good, handle material, good blade material, more importantly, I guess. The quality is better. I have this model, but a cheaper well, not this exact model, but I have a smaller size. It's the small. I paid like $27 for it or something. So it's definitely cheaper. Still, a nice knife and everything, but this one is a bit bigger and better sized for him. This one here, I just wanted to add a variety to my Spyderco knives that I'd add to this list. This one's, the FRN handle, so it's not going to be maybe as tough and durable as the G10 with the metal liners and everything, but, it's not like a big size knife, but it's a good size knife made in the USA, so that's another good thing. And there's so many other knives, like Kershaw knives. There's like a bunch I would add. If automatics are legal, I'd probably throw in an automatic if it's under $100 from them. But this one is, very popular, and a lot of people have this knife. So pretty good quality, pretty good steel. I think it would, do great for him. I don't know if that's the one he would personally want, or like I personally would really like this one. So, I don't know if he would want this one the least or want it the most. It's supposed to be a surprise. So, this one just right in and under 100 is very thin and very light. It's got that sweet spear point. So, I don't know if it would work for him better. This one, has the better handle material, the handle design, so it's more comfortable to use, more of a user knife. This blade shapes is a little better too. The other one is spear point, so maybe that wouldn't be as utilitarian, but thumb holes are cool. It's cool to see that Benchmade did that there. Talking about user knife, this is a beater knife. This thing can take a lot, it's got the triad lock, very sturdy, very strong, very durable. It's, a good quality knife too, and for that price point, that's great. This is just another option instead of the aluminum, which can be pretty slippery. This one's G10, I think, and I think it's a pretty big knife too. So again, I don't know what his size likes are, whether or not he wants a big knife or a small knife. But as far as a tactical knife goes, those are usually bigger. So this is that option that we already saw again. Sorry. Oops. Yeah. This one is the blackened blade, so maybe it would be better because military doesn't like shiny stuff to give away positions and, basically just like a signal meter. So this one is that again, but camo. So it's even more for the military, right? Because it has digital camo on it. But really deep carry, nice point, good grip. I think it's pretty lightweight for its size as compared to some of the other ones. I think that's a great option for him as well, and not a bad price too. That's just like, who doesn't love that blade? Another one that I personally like this one. I think it would be a good, sturdy, utilitarian knife for him. Made in the USA in D2 steel. That's great. I think it would be a great option for him because it's just like a pretty just like basic knife. It's not like a lot of thrills going on. But this other one is oops. Well, yeah, like I was saying, sturdier tip as compared to the other one. The metal, the fatter part goes all the way up. Since this one's a saber grind or hollow grind, so there's more metal in the tip, so it makes the tip stronger as compared to the Sog Aegis, which has a more delicate tip. Sorry. Going back to this one, if you look at that blade too, it has a saber grind, so there's more thicker metal running down the length of the knife to make it more sturdy. And I know this is a saltwater knife and he's not jumping in salt water every day, but it has a nice cool look to it. How it's blackened blade, it's really big too, so it's a sweet knife for him, and I think it would be a good option for him. So those are the knives that I think would serve him well. It was great making this list. It was really fun finding all these knives and looking at them. And it's really hard because I know that I can't buy all of them because I'm not rich. But any of these knives really would serve him well. They're all good quality knives. Like, I mean, besides those three, those are good quality, but like over 50, over 60, no matter what, that's going to be usually that's going to be a good quality knife for that price, and they're all just going to serve him well. So, what's your favorite? What do you think we should get him? I got my favorite. Alright, thanks for watching.